Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you're listening to the podcast Capturing Magic. I'm Bill Rogers, the voice of Disney. Thanks very much for listening.
Hey everyone, welcome to Capturing Magic. I'm Steph Clay, and I am joined today, as always, by Heather Winfield, who can be found at heatherw.com/character. Hi, Heather.
Hi.
And we also have Tanya Hickman, as always, as well. Tanya can be found at... Oh, and Heather is Heather W25 on social media. Let's mention that, too. And then Tanya can be found at Every Magic Moment.
Yes.
Oh, good. .com. And then Tanya H666.
Yes.
Yay. On social media. Yes. So thanks, girls, for being here. I appreciate it. So we have a lot to talk about today, and I'm excited to hear your take on the big announcements at D23, which we haven't proclaimed to be a big news podcast, mostly because we don't get press passes. So if Disney wanted to give us press passes, we would report wholeheartedly on all of the new stuff. So Tanya was at D23 and was there live periscoping.
Yes. With my poor finger trying to hold. It was an hour and a half. I held my phone for an hour and a half. My poor pinky is like permanently indented.
It's all the sacrifices we make for Disney,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Bodily injury and everything. The hazards of the occupation.
Yep.
Okay, so and I know, Heather, you were watching it live in a restaurant.
Yeah. I had to watch that presentation, so I was the person I normally would hate and watched it on my phone with the earphones, hoping I wasn't yelling too loudly.
At least you had earphones on. Most people don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was sitting on my couch watching it. And I have to say, I really love the live blog that Disney Parks blog did.
Yeah.
Where they were updating it with the announcements, because that helped me a lot, because Periscope's not one of my favorite things, and I deleted that app off of my phone a long time ago, and I didn't even think. I was trying to find it on Facebook because I'm sort of kind of on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I was having a hard time, and then I so wished Tanya would have said, hey, I'll be periscoping.
Well, I did it through, it's Periscope through Twitter now.
Oh.
Or Twitter's live video. Is it Periscope? Did they buy Periscope?
Yeah, I think they did.
Right? So I did it through Twitter is where it was.
Okay. Yes, yeah, okay. I'm going to blame you and say you should have told me. I would have watched it. If I would have known you were doing it live, I would have watched it.
But yeah, I love when they do the live blogging on the Disney Parks blog, because it's up to date and they give you, all the information.
The exact information.
Yeah, the exact information.
Yeah. And I decided to go there when I realized that they were doing live updates. I went there to watch it versus trying to find it on Twitter or anywhere else, because I thought, well, this is going to be the exact information unless I'm able to watch a live stream. So that's why I went there. And they did a great job. I was really happy and I was getting so much information, and Heather and I were texting back and forth.
And then I didn't realize you didn't know about Periscope. I would have told you, periscoping.
I just didn't think of it. All of my neurons in my brain aren't communicating to each other the best these days. So, okay, we are going to be talking about all of the different announcements, just the Disney Parks portion, because that's what we're most excited about. And so we're going to go through the list. Each of us independently kind of went through and numbered in order from 1 to 14 by our excitement level, starting with 14 as being the thing that we're least excited about. And so we're going to go through our lists and just kind of keep rotating through. You'll get it as we go. And then at the end, we'll let you know what our top favorite, each individually, what our top favorite ones were and what we're most excited about. So hold on tight. This is going to be a fun ride. Okay, you ready, girls?
Yep.
Tanya, let's start off with you since you were there live.
Yes. Okay. So my number 14 is Disney's New York Hotel at Disneyland Paris. They are getting the Art of Marvel. Well, I am excited about this. I'm actually more irritated that they didn't announce more for Paris, because I really think that they should have announced more stuff for them, but that's okay. We didn't get to go into this hotel, so I can't really judge what it's going to look like, what it looked like beforehand to what it's going to look like now. But I think that's cool that they're doing something, and it's Marvel. Everybody likes Marvel, right?
Yeah.
So it's just a reimagination of the hotel into Marvel stuff. I like that they said it was a hotel that would make Tony Stark proud.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah. So, I mean, they showed some images of Iron Man suits and whatnot. So it looks like it'll be cool.
I think so. And I think reimagining these hotels, people love, I think most Disney parks customers love well-themed hotels. And so I think it's really smart. And it's affordable compared to building something new.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I agree.
Okay.
Just more. All mine are really listed like in terms of like photo ops.
Smart.
Because that's what we're all about.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
We think everybody's like, oh, they're getting a new ride or they're getting a new this. And we're like, ooh, new photo ops.
So true. Okay, Heather.
That was my last one too. So, but so we're like in sync there. But so my next one from the least excited, although I'm still excited about it, is they announced 3 Disney Cruise Line ships. They had already announced 2, but but at the expo they announced that they're going to have 3 new ones. And you know how much I absolutely love the cruise. It's like my favorite thing. So it's not that I'm not excited about it. It's only because they just like announced a 3rd one instead of having 2. And so now they'll have 7 ships. So, I mean, it's exciting, but just with everything else, it's like, well, that's kind of far away because it takes a while for them to build the ship and everything.
Yeah, 2021, 22, and 23 are the completion dates. That's pretty far.
Yeah.
So yeah, that fell actually in the same spot on my list.
What? That was like way up on my list. I've never even been on a Disney cruise, but I like to see Disney's so good about the cool stuff that they put on their ships. I'm really excited about those. I mean, it is far away though.
It is far away, and I think it's like Heather said, compared to everything else that was announced, that's why it fell. Not that I'm not excited about it. It's just that the ones that impact me the least kind of fell to the bottom.
Yeah.
True.
And I kind of feel like that, like the more they have, then they'll kind of spread them out more. So like now, like maybe they'll move them over to like Asia or stuff like that. Yeah. So like it might be that we don't really get to see it as much anyway. And so I don't know. But I love the cruise. I will gladly go on every cruise that they add.
Fun. I would love to try. I would love to go on a cruise. I have not done that yet. Have you, Tanya? You haven't, right? You just said that.
Not on a Disney cruise. No, I've been on normal cruises, but not a Disney cruise.
Okay.
Well, I think this means we need to have a Capturing Magic cruise.
Right? Contact us if you're interested and you would go.
Yeah.
See what we can do. Okay, the next one for me on my list is the Disney Skyliner.
What? Wow, that was so high on my list.
I know.
Really?
Yeah.
Way to get around in a sky bucket?
I totally expected you guys to say it was in the same place on your list. Yeah.
So, all right, we'll talk about it then.
I know. Compared to everything else that's on the list, I am really excited about it. And I had heard rumors that it was that the Caribbean Beach Resort was going to be one of the ones impacted by it based on some of the filings that Disney had done with the city of Orlando or whoever it is that they have to do that with. And when we were down there and we stayed at the Caribbean Beach, I thought that will be huge for that resort for sure, because that's the only thing that I didn't like about that resort is that, and that a lot of people apparently don't like, is how difficult the transportation system is. And for me, it wasn't that hard. The hardest part was that anytime you wanted to go to the front desk, you had to take a shuttle from your building to the front desk.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not my favorite resort at all. So I'm not staying there again. So it wouldn't bother me to have transportation or not. But
Yeah.
But I stay at Pop a lot. So the only reason I would not be excited about it is because I worry that's going to raise the prices for it. There's kind of rumors that when they do all this stuff, they're going to get rid of like value, moderate, and deluxe. I don't know if that's true or not, but they're refurbishing the rooms at Pop, so I think that's in combination with this. I don't think it's going to be like as cheap as it. Not that it's cheap now, I'll tell you that, but cheaper. So yeah, but I love staying there. I love walking over to Art of Animation. So to have another way, and I think transportation there is pretty good anyway. So like it's helping that, I think, and just having the skyline, the gondola thing. I think it's really cool, and I think it's cool. So I'm with Tanya on that.
Yeah, it is cool, and I will say that one of the great things about it, let's say it is connecting the Art of Animation, Pop Century and Caribbean Beach resorts, and other locations. I'm reading Tanya's notes. Thanks for these. Yeah. Tanya. With DHS, so Hollywood Studios and the International Gateway at Epcot. I like the idea of having another option for Hollywood Studios simply because I don't love the food at Hollywood Studios, and I'm sure in the next 5 years that's going to change too. Mm-hmm. But I need to either eat at a sit-down restaurant in Hollywood Studios or leave.
Yeah.
Because I just get too frustrated with. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if it they didn't talk about specifics about how it's going to work or anything like that, but like, are you going to be able to go from like just your hotel to one of those options, or you have to take a different line to go from your hotel to Epcot, or can you go from Epcot to Hollywood Studios? They didn't talk about any of that. So
yeah,
if you can take it from Epcot to Hollywood Studios, that'd be cool. That's not that far, right? Those aren't far.
Yeah, it's like a 20-minute walk. They have
then I'm guessing that it's going to be one central station there, right? And then you can branch off and go to
there. Yeah, there's I saw somebody posted a picture of them working on the, I guess, centralized station thing, and they've already started construction. They did that even before they started announcing it. There's an international gateway. There's a whole they have walls up, and since I'm Run Disney is always like my thing. That's usually where you run back when you're going on the 5K or the 10K, and I'm like, how are we gonna run now? So they're gonna have to change up the whole thing, but that's another story. But that's why I started paying attention to it, because I was like,
gotcha.
Oh. But yeah, so those walls are up over by the International Gateway, and I'm assuming other places, because it has been rumored for a while.
It has since the beginning of the year, I think. And now that you say that, I remember seeing those exact same walls there.
And you didn't know what they were for.
I didn't. And I'm not even sure that, because I was like, walls there. Guess that's for something cool.
I was a little in this. I haven't seen anything online, so you can correct me if I'm wrong. They announced this, but didn't say anything like, is this replacing what refurbishment they would have done to the monorails?
Yeah. They didn't announce it, but they have not.
Yeah. They haven't said anything, right?
They haven't done anything with those monorails in so long, and they keep breaking down. So I'm as many new transportation. I would rather them fix the monorails, because they're just constantly.
It should be priority number one, is to fix those monorails.
Yeah, even just the other day there were 2 incidents of them evacuating people or something, or almost evacuating because it's been down. So that's always so sad for me, that it's just I love the monorails, but I will not go on them if it's something that I have time-wise. I'm not going to take that chance. I've been there. I don't want to go through that again. So I'm excited for them doing something new. And they looked really cute too. We didn't even talk about with the characters. I'm assuming that's what they're gonna look like.
In my head, I'm picturing Disneyland sky buckets, but I know they're gonna be way bigger than that. But they're enclosed.
And enclosed.
And they have wraps, and they'll probably have seats and stuff, because it's. That's a good distance to be going, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so. And they have to be air conditioned, so they have to be enclosed. I've seen people mention how it's going to be with since it rains and
Yeah.
lightning and stuff. So, but I'm sure like so I'm wondering if it's like a thundering or that kind of a storm. I'm assuming they can't go. I mean, I would not want to do that. I'd be kind of worried, but I don't know. I mean,
They keep the monorail open if it's raining, and that's up in the sky.
yeah, but I don't know. It's like
Are you
it's
on
like
a wire?
storming. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a little. I'm sure it'll be really, not like I know. Like I'm kind of thinking about like how Tanya was when they used to have the old Skyway, and it was
Yeah, it was all rinky dinky.
I'm picturing more like ski gondolas,
Yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
what it's going to be.
and those things are pretty durable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. I know it is, but I'm still. I think if it was in like a
know.
storm, I don't know
Yeah.
if I'd want to be on it. But I don't know.
When I went to Palm Springs a couple years ago, we took like a gondola ride from like the base of like Palm Springs into the mountains. So that gondola is what I'm picturing, and yeah, it's like it easily fit at least like 30 people. Like, like it was big.
Yeah. Yeah, I would think if they're putting something like that in, the capacity would be
Yeah,
there, not just
Be nice.
for...
They'll hopefully cut down bus lines a little bit. And,
Yeah,
Mhm.
monorails, everything. I'm hoping
Yeah.
it'll ease it. But since you guys are talking about how the monorails haven't been closed
Yeah.
or updated, I'm worried they're not going to do away with the monorail, are they?
I don't think so. I think they're just
Giving
it's
more
going to take
options.
giving more options. This will maybe substitute while they fix the monorail.
Yeah.
You know,
I just
and
never have any faith in them.
I
fixing
know.
the monorail,
And if
'cause it's
not-
been like
yeah.
I want to say it was like the 90s or something that they list.
It just sucks that it's probably going to be something major that's going to force them to finally fix the monorails. Like somebody's going to get hurt. Like, and then they'll be
We'll
like,
see
oh,
that.
okay. You know, I hate
Yeah.
So
that.
they've been having a lot of. I mean, they had so many of those incidents. That was a couple of years ago, right? That's
Mhm.
somebody had a major thing, and that if they didn't fix anything after that, I mean,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
it's just. I hate saying it, but yeah, it just makes me sad. It's like you should work on that instead. I mean, not instead, but
In addition.
Also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, Tanya, we're back to you.
All right, ready? I'm going to throw a wrench in the works here.
Sorry.
Mine is the Star Wars themed resort at Disney World.
Does it impact you?
Yeah,
We are not in
for
sync
like
on that one.
two things we were in sync, but no.
Yeah, that's way way off of my chart. You're
Yeah.
While I am excited for a Star Wars themed resort because that will be awesome, they completely lost me with the immersive experience and dressing up and like I was out. I checked out. Nope. I mean, I don't know what that means. Like, I don't. It's like I'll read one of my bullet points here. It says you'll become a citizen of the galaxy and experience all that entails, including dressing up in proper attire. No, thank you. Like, I'm not. I don't know. No.
I think that's awesome.
Well,
I
the
think
rest of it sounds awesome.
it
this is in my top 3. So
is
I
mine
was really
too,
excited.
Heather.
Yeah.
Mine too.
The only reason it probably wasn't number 1 is because
Well,
it's
don't
probably
talk
going to
about
be like
that
an
yet.
arm and a leg. Okay. Well, I said it's in my top 3.
Okay. Sorry.
It's the only reason it probably wasn't higher is because it'll probably cost like
Yeah, it'll be.
a lot. So and what it seems like you don't go to the parks or something maybe other than studios. I don't know. It seemed like you're kind of concentrating in the resort and like you're not just like a normal trip where you go and do what you want.
Yeah, like, are you gonna? They want you to stay there like all day? Like, I don't get it.
Well, I was thinking you would go to like Star Wars Land also, but it feels like that's all you'd be doing. So I don't know. But I don't know. Like you can't force people to not leave.
Yeah.
So I think, it's probably what you make of it. But
Yeah. No, exactly.
I mean,
And I would not be making a lot of it. So.
but if you're paying that much, which again, from the rumors are going to be pretty expensive, I think you would want to make the most out of it.
Any
if you're
rumors
staying
on
there. But
where
I
that-
think it's really cool. Of course, Star Wars is like one of my favorite things. So I think the other thing I'm worried about is if it's that kind of thing, if like you won't be able to have day guests, like regular, if you're not staying there.
Yeah.
Like, would they say you can't come in? It's only for people who are staying here. Like, that's only kind of, but I think since it's so far off, it
can go up on my list once I hear more details about it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even think they've started.
My first impression is not good.
So, I think there's plenty of time for us to find out more about it.
For sure.
What's on the side of where they're building Star Wars Land there? Like, will it be connected to Star Wars Land? Like, near Star Wars Land, I wonder?
I mean, that's what I assumed, but I'm not sure, and I'm really bad at, like, geography with that kind of thing. So,
where is it going to be?
Yeah.
It's just like, I get on the bus or the gondola or whatever, and it takes me longer.
Yeah. Point me in the right direction. Yeah, I'm really excited about this one, and a lot of the reason is because I know my son is going to love this, and my older daughter too. She's a huge Star Wars fan. Yeah, and that's where I am with it. I mean, I don't think I would ever go just me, or even just me and my husband, because we're Star Wars fans. I'm a big Star Wars fan, but the immersive part, the dressing up part, I don't think just he and I would go and do that. I know that there are a lot of adults that would do that and would totally love that so much.
I would totally love that.
without their kids or, whatever, but I'm like you, Tanya, I would feel really uncomfortable.
I'm not a dressing up person, like, at all. Like,
I have several. I mean, I don't have like the costume thing, but I have like the dresses. Like I have my R2 dress. I have a Han Solo. Like
I don't think that's
I would wear those.
Mean, Heather.
Well,
I don't think
that's what I would do.
Yeah, I don't think that's what they mean either.
Well, again, I don't think they're going to force you to be like, if you don't wear this costume,
you can't stay here. No, I don't think so either.
The people in the concept art didn't look like they were all,
Yeah, that's what I need more details on that.
Yeah, I don't think.
Because the concept art doesn't look like they're dressed up at all, and I'm like, well, those people are not doing it.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure it's like when they had Star Wars weekend, like people would go all out, and then there would be other people like me who would wear my R2 dress, and then other people who wouldn't dress up at all. So, I mean, I'm sure again, they can't like force you to say if you don't, you're like on the street now. I mean,
they'll shame you if you don't.
And then, of course, if it's so immersive, does that mean they'll have characters there? Like, how cool would that be?
It says characters.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Like, they knock on your door. I don't know.
It says you become part of the Star Wars story. You will discover a starship alive with characters, stories, and adventures that unfold all around you. I don't get it.
I think that part of the reason that we don't get it is because it's so different than anything we've seen before.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. That is awesome. I like when they give us things that we've never seen before.
Yes, that's innovation. That's what's exciting.
Why we love Disney.
Exactly. Yeah. That is why we love Disney. So I'm excited for it, and I totally would stay there. And
fingers crossed that it works.
I hope that I'll be able to make it happen. I don't know. I haven't even heard any rumors of the expense, but I'm sure it's probably priced similar to a cruise.
Yeah, that's what I had heard the rumor, but again, it's really far out, so I can't imagine they would know anything. But they were saying something that it was like $600 a person, and like in a cruise where you have to, if you only have one person, you're still paying for like per person in the room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's like the rumors. But again, I feel like it has to be so far away because they haven't even started construction or anything that anything can change. You have no idea.
I totally agree. Looking at the artwork, though, there's that last picture, and we'll put the artwork on the site on capturingmagic.me. The last picture that they have there, where they have everyone is in costume, and it looks like they're doing a scene kind of. And so that's how I picture it being immersive that way. Like we'll have different quote activities where you'll go and be able to be part of the ship, and they'll have scenes that they'll run through, and you get to be part of it and act in it.
In my head just now, I picture like them getting us all hyped for this, and then them just being dance parties. And it just being ridiculous. So fingers crossed, it's not just dance party.
That's funny. Okay, Heather.
My next one I had was the minivans.
Yep. Me too.
That's
And
mine too.
they've started them, so they're at I want to say I think it's a boardwalk area resorts that they've started them at now, and eventually it's going to be all of them. And I think the cool thing about it is that we did the whole show about Uber and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
that's what this basically is. It's like the Uber, but it's
Disney's Uber.
cast members, driving it, and it's in a really cute van that looks like Minnie with the polka dots and all that kind of stuff. And so it's the thing is though, it's $20 no matter where you go. So I've never spent more than even $10 on an Uber around property. So, I think that, but then if you have more people, because you could have 6 people, and I know they have car seats for kids, so that's really good. For me, I think the cool thing is if you're going to Magic Kingdom, it takes you right to the Magic Kingdom bus stop. It's not like it takes you to the Ticket and Transportation Center. Or
That's nice, yeah.
if I was going to take like an Uber to Magic Kingdom, I would take an Uber to Contemporary and then walk over. This takes you right there. And then if you go to Fort Wilderness, if you're going to Hoop-de-Doo or Trails End, like it takes you right to the Pioneer Hall area, which is
That's awesome.
really cool. Yeah, because that is a real pain trying to do the thing. You have to switch buses. So that I think those are the 2 times that I would possibly use it. So, but otherwise, it's.
Do we know how many vans they have in their fleet right now?
I've seen pictures. It seems like they have a lot.
It looks like a
So-
lot. Yeah.
I don't.
I haven't
100?
seen anything that says specifically how many.
Yeah.
They had that, and they also. I don't know how it's going to work. Once they start having it at all the resorts, I don't know if they're going to have more of them, because right now it's just, I guess, more in its testing phase. And then you do it through the Lyft app, which I found
Ooh.
interesting.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
I didn't know that.
when you go into like the My Disney Experience, and then it'll tell you to go, you have to get another app. So you have to get the Lyft app. And I think you can also get it through, if you're at the resort and they'll get it for you. But I think, isn't that like against the whole point of being easy? I don't know. But then you can go through the Lyft app and it'll list Minnie van. And so you get it that way. And then, so they having another app. And like, I've seen people say this, like they'll ask you through the app to tip, but you're not supposed to tip them. So I think it's just like a Lyft automatic thing that asks you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lyft does. And I'm sure
so-
part of the reason that they're using the Lyft app was so that they could roll it out more quickly instead of developing their own app.
Yeah.
I would
So the
imagine.
only like I don't know if it seems like it's only on property, and I wonder if it's just Disney, like on like, can you take it to, say, like there's the breakfast at the Four Seasons, which is like technically on property, but it's not a Disney resort,
Right.
So I'm wondering like if you can do that, or if it has to be like you're going to a park or another actual Disney resort.
Right. What the limits and restrictions are.
Yeah, and I think if you have, since it's 6 people, so you could split it, and it'll be even cheaper if you have like a lot of people. But if I'm going like 1 person or 2 people, it just still seems, for me, it makes more sense to take like an Uber.
Will they let you shove 8 in it like an Uber does?
No, probably not.
Probably not.
They have. They look like cute vans, and like I said, they have 2 car seats, so if you need that for kids. And I know people I've seen, they say, well, because then they're a cast member, and then they trust it more.
Yeah.
But pretty much every Uber driver I've had on property has been a cast member or a former cast member.
You've been so lucky. I don't know how that's happened. I have not been that lucky. Okay, the next one. I'm excited about that one too, and just because who doesn't want to ride in a minivan, like a mini
True.
van?
Yeah,
Did you see pictures of the one they had at the expo with the ears?
Yes.
It was so
cute. Lots of photo ops there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, the next one on my list, right? It's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Oh!
No!
I had a really hard time with, like, even as you've been talking, I've rearranged these three numbers, these three next ones on my list 2 times. Yeah. It was hard for me. But let me tell you, I am excited about this ride. I really am. It's just, I'm a little more excited about other things. But these 3 right here kind of tied for me.
I'm looking at the rest of the list right now, and I'm like, okay.
Okay, and this is in my top 3, so.
It is?
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I'm sad for what it's removing from the park, but in and of itself, I'm really excited. Because there's no Mickey ride.
A new dark ride?
Yeah, a new dark ride.
So excited.
And it's Mickey. I mean, of all the things, I mean, like, they even said it in the thing. Mickey doesn't have his own ride. I mean, they have, even if you go to, like, Mickey's PhilharMagic, it's not him. It's Donald.
Donald, yes.
I mean, Mickey should have his own ride. So I've always thought that, and I've excited for that. And Minnie's involved too, so she should have her own ride also.
They showed like a test scene from the ride too at the expo, and it looks awesome.
Fun.
It looks awesome, and I'm super excited. The only thing, like, and this is just like nitpicking, the only thing I'm not excited about is the fact that they're using the new Mickey.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are
because
down on that.
Because that Goofy is creepy. Creepy. But if you've seen those shorts and they do anything at all related to Potato Land, I'm going to be so excited.
Yes, I totally agree.
I love Potato Land.
Yes. We laugh hysterically about Potato Land.
Everyone go online and watch Potato Land if you haven't, because you're probably like, what's Potato Land? I remember Tanya and someone else, I remember were talking about it one time. I'm like, what is it? And they're like, what? And then I got to watch. I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Now obsessed with Potato Land.
Yes. It's a good one. Yeah. I am excited about this ride, and I'm okay with them replacing the Great Movie Ride, because the last few times I've gone on that ride, I keep falling asleep. So
yeah, that's definitely a nostalgia based ride, because it's in general, it's not good. I mean, it's good, but it's not like it's not going to hold the attention of any sort of child at all.
I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've almost booked a flight to go down just to go on the last day. Yeah, because I feel really bad that, like, when I was there in July and I didn't ride it, and so like I didn't get one last ride on it, and when they changed it, when they like updated it, I don't like that either, because it was
updated.
Well, no, it wasn't real. That's the whole point. It wasn't real.
Okay, well, what?
It should have been updated. That's what I think it should have been. But
yeah, it was supposed to be, but I couldn't tell what the changes were.
Well, they took out a lot of what the cast members would say, and instead they have like the voiceover, and then like the pre-show thing, they like changed that, but it needed like a real update. Yeah. But so, like, I don't know, but I still think when you think of that park, like, that's what I would think of. So I am really sad that they're getting rid of it, but that doesn't take away my excitement for the new ride.
Do they have, I'm guessing they don't, but do they have plans to change the facade?
I would think they are.
I'm sure they will, but I mean,
here's what I think. Here's my opinion on it. I think that's whatever they're going to do on the facade on the outside will be the new Hollywood Studios park icon.
Yeah, that's true too.
I mean, the rumors are it's not going to even be Hollywood Studios, so I don't know if they're going to, that they're going to rename it. That's been a rumor for a couple of years. Yeah.
It literally needs to just a start over. It needs a do-over.
And that was the other thing too. I was really shocked that they closed the ride so early that, because there's nothing else to do. There's so few rides now. I thought they were going to wait until
this has to be
another thing on our list opened before they started closing other stuff. But I guess they wanted to be, opening around the same time. I don't know.
That's what I was going to say. Have we heard an opening date for that, or like a speculated?
No.
for that ride.
Yeah.
Um,
No.
it doesn't. I'm gonna assume that it'll be another one that'll be open before the 50th anniversary for sure, or whatever. Is that the 50th? It's the 50th, right? Is that the
Yeah.
one that's coming up? Yeah, it'll be open. I'm sure it'll be open before that. That's kind of like everything they announced seems to like focus around being done in time for the 50th anniversary of
Which is
Walt Disney World.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. When is that?
2021. I actually think they seem like they're pretty far into the creative process of it, so I feel like it'll be done sooner than that.
Cool.
I hope that it's not going to be something that they throw together quickly, like they have a lot of screens or whatever. Like I hope it's.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is because it doesn't require glasses.
But it's 2.5D. It says
they're calling it 2.5D only because the cartoon itself is 2D, so they're trying to pump that up a little bit. And what they showed us, and I couldn't tell if it was screens because I don't think it is. It looks like actual moving sets.
Wow.
Which I'm fingers across because we know our feelings on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it says, it says right here. Teams are inventing new technology that will turn the flat world of the colorful cartoon short into a dimensional display of amazingness.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to be thrown together.
No, they were doing the clip they showed us was some pretty awesome stuff that we'd never seen before for sure.
Yeah. Okay, Tanya, back to you.
The new restaurant coming to Epcot, the new space restaurant. We know not very many details on this yet. All we know is that it will be adjacent to Mission Space, which did I add that to the list that Mission Space is getting an update? Or did that already happen?
That happened.
Yeah, okay. Did that happen?
No, I don't. It's still. I think it opens soon.
Yeah, I mean, it was closed when I was down there. That's what I mean, is that it's happening. Closed.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't give us much about it other than it's by the Patina Group, who does a couple of the other restaurants at Disney World that I can't think of, but people like. So it'll be good food. It's a sit down restaurant. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I
have it a little bit higher than you, I think.
I do too. It's in my top 5.
Yeah, and I think it'll be really cool. I like it looks like it's going to have like video windows.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It looks awesome.
And I think this is the only thing one of the only things that they announced that there was really no talk about beforehand. Like most of the stuff has been rumored.
Right.
Yeah.
And like there was no rumor about this. Like so I was excited for that.
Yeah, no, that's exciting. I like food, so
and see that's probably why I rated higher for me is because I love food.
I like food, and I really love themed immersive dining.
Yes, me too, and that's why I'm so excited
and it's in
about
space.
This
I mean, how cool is that?
Yes.
Yeah,
who doesn't love space,
right? Who doesn't love? I like stars.
Yeah, so the screens will show. It'll look like you're looking down at Earth.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this one. So,
and I think they've done with the new restaurants that they've added in the last couple of years. They've all been really good. Mm-hmm. So it's not like, I'm like, I think the food and everything is going to be really good too because they have done a really good job with that. So I
really need Disney World to pump up their quick service game though.
Yeah, that's
the only thing that needs. I mean, they're working on it though. I think, right? Aren't there some quick service places that are better now?
Yeah, I mean the Pandora one.
Yes, so good,
really good. Yeah. Someone posted a picture from there yesterday, and I was like, "Ugh."
My mouth waters. Yeah, my mouth waters just thinking about it. I could eat there all day long, and we did.
Yeah.
Okay, Heather.
Mine, and this is more because we don't really know anything about it, so that's why I put it lower. Mine is the California Adventure Marvel Land Mansion thing.
That's my next one too.
I had it higher, but I kept changing it. So I wasn't sure.
The thing is, they were pretty much like, we're going to be adding stuff. We'll tell you later.
Yeah.
So if they came out and were like, we're going to add a Captain America roller coaster. Then I'd be like, yeah, and move it up. But we have no clue.
We didn't get much on that at all.
That's the immersive superhero experience, right?
Yeah.
At DCA? Okay, yeah.
Literally all they said was coming to DCA. They showed a picture of there's a Avengers like hatch that they planted over by the new Guardians ride. And so that's literally, they're like, did you see this? And everybody's like, yeah, we saw that. We know nothing about it. And they're like, neither do we, but something's coming. We're like, oh, God.
That's funny.
Essentially, I'm guessing it's going to be the knockdown of Bugs Land to make Marvel Land, right? That's what we're going
with. I mean, that's the rumor, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just fine with me.
Something to do with Spider-Man.
Yeah, it said Spider-Man, the Avengers. It said all of them. I don't know what exactly they're going to do. So it should be interesting to when that unfolds, which I'm assuming they won't even touch until after Star Wars Land opens. So
you're saying that that's going to be replacing Bugs?
Yeah, the rumor is that Bugs Land is going away completely, and that the new Guardians ride is going to be the gateway into the new Marvel stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's some rumors that are going to like retheme some things, and then I think maybe isn't there like a plot of land like behind it or something, or somewhere around there? Yeah,
there's still like corporate parking, or there's still a tiny parking lot back there that can be used. So I'm not sure exactly what they're doing. That's just all speculation at this point. But they're usually right.
Yeah. Like I said, most of the stuff had been rumored, so I was like, oh yeah, those people, they were right.
Dang it.
Those people that know really do know.
Well, I have like a couple Twitter people that just like scour the permits.
Yes.
So you kind of find out stuff ahead of time because people look at those. But
yeah, that's how I found out about the gondolas, because we were looking at the permits and stuff. Yeah, so there is a parking lot back behind Heimlich's Choo Choo Train.
It's all original Disneyland parking.
Yeah, and back behind, it also goes behind Mission Space.
Mission Space, huh?
Or sorry, what?
That's a big parking lot.
Yeah, sorry. I told you my brain isn't working. I wasn't lying. I was not exaggerating. Guardians of the Galaxy. It's behind Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
And Heimlich's Choo Choo Train, and then there's another parking lot, a smaller one, right there. I don't know what those. Interesting, because that's right off of Route 66 too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that means they'll cut down like that walkway a little bit, and I mean, because they do have a lot of that walkway into Cars Land from Bugs Land does have a lot of just wasted space. It's just a walkway at this point. I'm sure they can build on that.
Oh, totally. Yeah. It's just a transition area.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It looks like there's some warehouses back there in that parking lot too. But yeah, so there you have it. Okay, Is that my turn?
Yep.
Alrighty, let me look here.
Scared.
Next. I know, right? I'm sorry. You guys are going to get mad at me again. I know it. Okay. Tron.
Okay, well, that's acceptable.
Okay, thank you. Tron Light Cycle Power Run coming to Magic Kingdom.
I probably have it around the same spot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it because it looks cool.
Yeah, I mean, it looks cool, and I know people like it. I'm just a little concerned with the way you are in the ride vehicle, and it's like I think like you have to. Well, yeah, because like you sit in it, and then you have to be like pushed forward, and everything. Like I've heard people talking about it that they were like, "Yeah, this is never coming to a U.S. park because like that wouldn't really fly." So I'm wondering how that's going to work, but
Knott's Berry Farm has a ride with that same seating. Their Pony Express roller coaster, and I've been on the Pony Express roller coaster, and it's the same exact seating for the most part. But yeah, I know where you're going with this, but it wasn't uncomfortable. I mean, for me, it wasn't uncomfortable. It's different, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, everybody, who was on it in Shanghai, they love it, so I guess that's good. It looks really cool. I think, Tomorrowland needs stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
At least they were smart enough to actually add it to Tomorrowland and not
Yes.
some random other place in the park.
Yes.
there's like not, it's something new. So like, it's good to have a new ride. Technically not new if it's in Shanghai, but it's still new. Like the amount of people who going to Shanghai and Disney World are probably very, very tiny.
Yeah.
So
It would be nice if they changed it up a little bit from the one in Shanghai. Not an exact replica, but it's probably going to be an exact replica.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it can't. I don't know. I'll probably cut it down a little bit or something.
Make it short. Make it shorter.
How it looked, and the other thing too, because there had been the rumor that it was going to take out the what is it, the car ride for
Autopia?
kids.
Oh,
Yeah,
Autopia.
like that. It's
For
not called
kids,
Autopia here.
excuse me.
No, it's Autopia there. Here it's the Speedway
Oh.
thing. Yeah, I'm like, Steph, my brain's not working in a second. But so
No, I'm
we're going to
sorry.
take it out.
I'm passing it on to you.
And, yeah, so that would have been the rumor they were going to take that out for it, and instead they're putting in a completely new plot. So anytime you're putting in something new and you're not taking something out, I think that's another great thing.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I got curious as you guys were talking about the ride vehicles. I Googled it, and it looks a lot to me like it's the same as the Flight of the Banshee or Flight of Passage.
Yeah, it's the same
close.
kind of thing, but I think it's more confined because
Okay.
it's like
I
roller
can tell you. So you'll sit down on it, and you'll lean forward
You sit
like
like
you're
a
on
bike, kind of.
like a bike,
Yeah.
kind of. You lean forward like a bike or a motorcycle or something.
Yeah.
And the back piece will come not straight into you, but bend into you. So it has a back piece and leg pieces. And those move, like they're flexible.
Mhm.
You can adjust, because they just hold you there, but not like uncomfortably hold you there.
Which is exactly what Flight of Passage does too. But it probably, Tron probably holds you in there a little bit more securely because it's a coaster.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
I'm not really into Tron either, so that's like
I'm not
thing.
super into Tron either, but I love me a good roller coaster. So
Yeah.
I'll go.
Totally. Okay, Tanya, back to you.
New Epcot attractions.
Hey, that's my next one too.
Yep. Let me find the thing on it. New Epcot attractions.
I have mine up a
Guardians
little
of the
bit.
Galaxy inspired attraction in
there it
Future
is.
World, replacing Universe of Energy, and then the Ratatouille ride coming to the France Pavilion.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Uh,
If these
let
are
me-
separated out, mine
Let me start with Guardians of the
Okay.
Galaxy. First, we know nothing about what it's going to be.
No.
The only thing they showed us looks like a walkthrough, but I don't know if that's what it's going to be or not. I mean, that's a big pavilion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where Future World is big. We didn't go in there last time I was there, so.
No.
So I'm assuming they could do something big in there that's actually going to be some sort of ride and not just looking at stuff. Ratatouille, while I think it's awesome that France is getting a ride, I didn't like that ride.
Yeah.
Really?
I
Yeah.
think
We were
If they-
so excited for that ride. We were so dang excited. I was so excited for that ride.
that was
and-
like one of the top things we were
Yeah.
excited for.
Yeah.
And then it was like the top thing that we were disappointed in.
Yeah.
It was-
Oh.
I feel really like if the expo was like a year earlier, I would have been like, yeah, we're getting Ratatouille. And then now it was like, oh, we're getting Ratatouille. I'm kind of hoping they'll plus
won't.
it. Maybe
They
they'll
won't.
add like, yeah, I'm just hoping that they'll add like animatronics or something that makes it better. But
Yeah, it's all 3D screens, and while the story is cute, the ride is cute. It's the trackless, so that's always cool. But yeah, I couldn't watch the ride at all. Like I had to sit there with my eyes closed.
Because of motion sickness?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like those screens are all up in your face.
Okay.
So I mean, Yay for France. Yay, you're getting a ride, but
yes.
get ready to clean up some barf, y'all.
And it's funny too because when they announced it, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not really that excited," and I expected most people to be like, "What are you talking about?" But most of the people I saw who have been to Disneyland Paris agreed with me that they were like, "Yeah, I wasn't hyped on it." It's So, and then the thing with Guardians, I'm excited for that. I'm like, even though we don't know what it is, I'm assuming that will be good.
Yeah.
I just I know people are upset about that going into Epcot, but I just kind of feel like we passed that a long time ago.
We did, didn't we?
Epcot being what Epcot was when I was like 5. It's long gone, unfortunately. So I think this will be cool. I hope it's cool. I've actually not been on Universe of Energy since I was an adult, so I don't even
I'm a little scared also. Okay, explain to me the Universe of Energy ride to begin with, because I don't even know. It's not a boat ride. It's just like It is the same kind of vehicle as the Great Movie Ride.
Great Movie Ride, which is funny.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's like it's like 40 minutes long, which is why I've never done it.
Okay, so then there's no way that they're just going to throw Guardians of the Galaxy in there with the same ride vehicles and just like move you through a story because it's too long.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I'm sure it's they're going to completely gut it,
something else.
It'll be I'm assuming it's going to be some kind of maybe indoor roller coaster or some kind of ride. I don't know.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they haven't announced anything, like you said. They're just like Guardians. And the funny thing is, though, when they announced this and when they announced the Mickey ride, they never said it is taking over, the other ride.
Yeah.
Because then people would start going. Yeah. That's the way Disney fans are. It wasn't. They announced it on the blog. So, but that's closing the same day as the Great Movie Ride, which is August 13th. So if I had gone down for the closing of the ride, I probably would have gone to ride on it. Because I keep seeing people riding it, and they're like, I've never seen people on the ride. And like, now everybody's on the ride.
The lines are like super long, and like it's so fun. It's so funny when a ride closes.
Yeah.
People freak out. Like,
and everyone's like, this was my favorite ride ever. And it was like, you haven't been on that. Like, stop. Like, I know for some people it is your favorite. I'm not saying that if it's actually yours. I know there are some, but I mean, like,
it may be your favorite ride, but you haven't been on it in 20 years,
Right. But when you were 4, you loved it.
My mom did say when I was 5 and I went on it, I did love it. So, but again,
you were a giant scaredy cat when you were 5, so. All right.
Okay, Heather.
The other too was that whole concept art that they put up of Epcot, like how different the whole future world looks completely different. It looks like they're getting rid of Innovations buildings, and I don't know exactly if it's going to actually look like that, but because it's concept art,
right?
Because they actually took concept art for Pandora, and it's stuck in the middle. I think they just had to fill it out. So I don't know what it's going to look like, but it does look like they're also going to change up.
It needs an update.
Yeah,
it's looking like 1990 was the future, so it needs a bit of an update. I mean, not overkill, but a bit of an update.
It's time. Okay, Heather.
Okay, so my next one was the Pixar Pier and Pixar Fest. We're getting to the point now where it's
we're just splitting hairs at this point.
Yeah. I do have a lot of ones though that were above it that we've already mentioned. So this is actually further down than
yeah.
Not I don't have any problem with it. It's just because I don't understand why people are really upset about it, because I've never heard anybody again be like, yeah, Paradise Pier, because it's so much of it is boardwalk type games and that kind of stuff. So I don't I'm fine with it.
It's already got Toy Story Midway Mania over there. Yeah. It's what's really good? It's not. They're just retheming the shops. Is pretty much all it's going to be.
And the games, and there's a whole bunch of empty space.
Oh my gosh!
There.
Can you imagine them being Pixar games? It's going to be so much better.
Yeah.
People are crazy.
Yeah, because that was the thing. If you're on Twitter, that people were really upset, and I'm like, these are people have always complained that some of those rides were just off the shelf carnival rides, and
yes.
I mean, other than Screaming, I mean, most of those rides are, and Toy Story, they're
the real complaint always, especially at that park, boils down to, well, what does that have to do with California or when Walt came from Leo? And, you know, it's, get over it. Like, I mean, it sucks. I get it. But, like, you got Buena Vista Street. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm excited about this for the
too.
same reasons. I think it's going to be good.
I was excited the moment they showed the concept art and it had a Bing Bong's confectionery.
Yeah.
I was so excited. That was what I was most excited about.
Yeah, so I think, and they're gonna have like a whole the
Pixar
Fest thing where
it will open.
fireworks.
Yeah, coincide with the Pixar Fest, which sounds like it says new limited time celebration, but it sounds like it's going to be a good portion of 2018 because it says throughout 2018. So it sounds like it's going to be there for a while. And yeah, Disneyland will get a brand new fireworks show. They're moving the Pixar Play Parade to Disneyland.
This is the only thing I'm concerned. Does that mean we're getting rid of Soundstational? Because you're getting rid of Soundstational for that Pixar thing parade.
I think what they're in my head, what I think they're doing is Soundstational will get put on hold. I can't imagine them getting rid of that parade yet. It's too popular. But this will be Pixar Play Parade's last run during Pixar Fest is what I think they're doing. I hope that's what they're doing. Because as much as I think that parade's cute, it's just whatever.
It's
gonna look super out of place. It's gonna look super out of place at Disneyland too.
Yeah, I don't like it fits in DCA.
Yeah, it fits there.
It's a smaller kind of like I don't know.
Yeah, it's not a big.
Are you gonna get soaked now too when you're in?
Yeah, probably. you're even closer to the float set when you're at Disneyland. And then Paint the Night moving to DCA with a new float. That's exciting.
That
moving
is exciting.
That's whatever. But
hey, wherever we can get it is what I say.
Yeah, wherever we can get it.
I think if you don't want to move it to DCA, you can gladly move it to Disney World. That was like my biggest disappointment from this panel. There's no night parade still announced for Magic Kingdom, and I'm really bummed about that. But anyway,
I'm sure there'll be one in time for the anniversary.
Yeah, well, how long is that? It's till 21. It is a nightmare at night now. But anyway,
maybe they'll send the Electric Light Parade back there.
You should see my face right now.
Moving on back one more time, people.
Yep. Okay, so they're also the fireworks show. It looks like is going to be in Disneyland. Is that
yes?
Okay.
Disneyland. It seems like while DCA is getting the Paradise or Pixar Pier, Disneyland is getting the Fest.
Okay,
that's what it sounds like to me, but I could be wrong. Maybe both parks are festing it up with Pixar. But it sounds like because Disneyland's getting the fireworks and they're getting the parade, it sounds like the Pixar Fest stuff will be at Disneyland. But I think they're just finding a way to include all of it. So.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Might be both.
And part of that, they also announced that they're going to do Halloween at Cars Land. So I think that's really cool.
That is
and like
exciting.
the whole park. But I mean,
they're
going to do the car thing. They're going to have like bats and stuff on it. But then they're going to have like Vampire Mater. I think that was like the first thing I said afterwards. I'm like, can I have to go there for Halloween so I can meet Vampire Mater?
Well, it's exciting because they finally are doing anything Halloween related
in
California Adventure. Yeah. It took them a couple years, but they're doing it, so that's good.
It is good. I like that too.
They have to spread out the Halloween love because Disneyland gets so crowded. I mean, it's so crowded all the time, but during Halloween, it's it's bad. People love them some Disney Halloween.
That's my favorite holiday, especially at Disney. I love Halloween.
Yeah, part of the reason that it's so busy that time of year now versus when it used to be is because so many schools around the country are starting earlier, and then they do a week-long or 2-week-long break in the fall in October.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and I know that all of Arizona's schools are out for a week to 2 weeks during the same time in October, and then Utah schools are out for a 4-day weekend in the middle of October as well.
Wow.
It's called
it was not like that when I was in school.
I know, right?
They're still not like that. They don't go back to school till after Labor Day here, so
yeah,
some schools around here started like August 1st.
Yes.
What the?
Yes. There are a lot of schools here in Arizona that started in July.
That's so crazy.
They so in Utah, the 4-day weekend is called UEA weekend, and it's supposed to be for the Utah Education Association, is what it is. But everyone actually calls it Utah Escapes to Anaheim.
That's funny.
Yeah, because that's where everyone goes. So, okay.
You're next, Steph.
Thank you. I was like, was that Heather or was it me? Okay. The next one on my list is the Kansas City's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really so we're getting down to the bottom of the list. These are like my top 4.
Yeah.
This is my.
I had that like 9th.
Oh no, it's number 5 on my list.
Yeah, it's actually number 6 on my list, but we're down to just a few more things. So, but I am excited about this because what I'm hearing about it is that it's going to be similar to the theater, the Hyperion Theater in DCA.
Yeah.
And they'll be able to do some really big shows in Disney World, which they've kind of been lacking. I mean, they do some, like The Lion King. That's a big show. But they could even do some more amazing big shows there. And I'm excited about that.
Theater shows.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. I'm really excited. I'm hoping that that's what ends up going in there. So I'm excited for it for that reason too. And it looks like it's kind of, when they showed the concept art, it looked like it was like right on Main Street, but apparently it's going to be like behind it. So it's going to be like on like on the bypass, like when you go. Yeah. And so there's like a thing of land like right behind there. So that's, again, it's the rumor. Nothing's been like announced, but apparently it's going to be there.
Yeah, because I thought it was going to be right where like Tony's is, that restaurant.
Yeah, that's what I thought at first too, and like taking out the meet and greet and that kind of stuff. Yeah. But then people seem to think it's going to be
behind
there.
that.
But who knows? Yeah, I don't know. But I'm hoping that it's something like the kind of show, like the Aladdin show or whatever that they had. Just something good. Yeah. Or even like the show we saw in Paris, Mickey and the Magician, which was really good.
Yeah, that was really good. I'm guessing they're going for big musical like Frozen or
yes, I think so too.
Aladdin though.
I think
for
so
sure.
Too. Yeah. Okay, Tanya.
You guys are going to be sad. My number 4 is Star Wars Land.
Ooh, no.
Yeah, I'm sad.
I'm excited for Star Wars Land. Don't get me wrong. I'm super excited for Star Wars Land, but that's it.
I would be in line now.
It opens in 2019. That's what they told us. Disneyland gets theirs first.
Yeah.
How much sooner?
They didn't say.
They didn't say. Oh. I'm guessing beginning of summer and beginning of fall sort of thing. I think it's only going to be a couple months apart, depending on how fast they get their act together.
Interesting.
They announced the name of it. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is the name of the land.
But we're all just still going to call it Star Wars
Land. We're still all going to just call it Star Wars Land.
Yes.
2 attractions, characters, cantina. Well, I mean, besides the name, they didn't tell us too much that we didn't already know. I don't think.
Yeah, because they announced the whole thing at the last expo, so.
Yeah.
I mean, they had the model.
I was going to say, the model looked ginormous.
Oh,
it looks awesome.
Yeah.
It looks super awesome and way bigger than I thought it was going to be. Way bigger than I thought it was.
Me too. I thought it was going to be Pandora size.
I looked at that model and I was like, where does that fit in Disneyland? I didn't even know they had that much space back there. Yeah.
And it's going to be bigger at
Disney World.
Studios.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
I'm really excited about this too. Really excited.
Really, again, I'm not even joking. Like, I'd get in line now.
I feel I'm more excited for it at Hollywood Studios than I am at Disneyland, though. Just because. I know they're limited on what they can do at Disneyland, but I don't know. Whatever. I have mixed feelings on Star Wars Land. I'm excited about it. I'm confused because Star Tours is in Tomorrowland.
Right, me too.
It's just weird. And it's just weird. I don't know. It's just weird in general. But they did open up like the walkway back there now. So you can walk kind of close to Star Wars Land and see stuff being built. And so it's getting exciting. I'll be more excited when it gets closer.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've been since they announced it, and I can't wait for it to open. And just based on, I wasn't as excited for Pandora, but seeing what they did there, I knew it would be good, but seeing what they did there, I cannot wait for this to open.
I mean, look, as much, and both of us weren't like, woohoo, Avatar.
Yeah.
But Pandora is still amazing. And so to imagine what they would do with something like Star Wars, which to me is like my favorite, Star Wars. So it's something that means so much to be able to like walk into that. And I mean, I even think about with like Cars Land, like I didn't like the movie Cars until I went to Cars Land. And so I kind of liked it more, and like you felt like you were in the movie. And so like all of that, what it would be like for
Star Wars.
And I think like the rides, I think they're taking all this technology that they've been doing, and I think the rides are going to be really good. I think I will wait, like even for like the Pandora, I went for the preview just so I wouldn't have to stand in line. But I mean, for that, I would stand in the line. It'll be crazy, but I'm so excited about it.
It's opening 2019. We said that, I think. I am hoping that the food is going to be similar to what they did in Pandora.
Let's hope so.
The cantina. Yeah. That's what I'm hoping for.
Hope for some good food. Fingers crossed.
Always hoping for some good food. Okay, whose turn is it next?
Mine. And I think we're to the last one, right?
Yeah.
So we have Toy Story Land, which I had in my top 5. I didn't have it number 1. I think it's obvious what I had number 1. But I'm excited for Toy Story Land. I think anything you're adding again to Hollywood Studios is good. They just finished putting down the whole track for the Slinky Dog Dash. Yeah. So it looks really cute. And it was the thing too at the presentation, like my favorite part was when they had the Toy Story characters like go over and like peek over the wall to see it. It was really cute. So I'm excited. I think it'll be cute. I think the spinner ride's supposed to be like Mater's.
I don't know what I read the description. I only read the description, and I was just like, I was trying to picture it, and I was like, I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but I mean, like, maybe.
I think that's what I had originally heard, which doesn't mean anything because things obviously change.
I couldn't tell, like, in the concept art photo because it looks like that ride is in a building.
Well, the thing is I don't know because there's people who fly over construction like all the time. So I've seen a ton of pictures of the construction, and so then the plot where they have it, like it looks kind of like that same thing with like circles.
Gotcha.
So I kind of think it'll be like that. I don't think it's going to be like a spinner like Dumbo ride. Like
I like the Mater ride.
Oh, it's one of my favorites.
I think it should be like Luigi's because I love Luigi's.
I like Luigi's too.
I love that. That's like I have never spent so much time in Cars Land because of that ride now. Like I've never spent that much time in Cars Land, and now I'm like, we're going to Luigi's. I love that ride. But it sounds cute. I think it's much needed addition.
Yeah, I mean, they added that third track to Toy Story Mania, so like where you come out now, I think is going to end up being the entrance or something. I don't know. I think there was some kind of thing they were talking about. They're changing where these things are, but whatever it is, that's where it's going to be. So like everything is like all there, and so I'm trying to picture because it's been a while, obviously, but like it's so that Pixar. It was called Pixar Place. Is that what it was called? When you walked over to Toy Story, that was Pixar Place. But so they've taken down, the Streets of America stuff.
Oh yeah, okay.
So so like remember they had Toy Story, and then there was like that area that was always like supposed to be like a sound stage, and so then that's where the third track ended up going, and so then you come out at the end of that, and then right now they have the walls.
Okay, gotcha.
They have a whole ton of walls up now.
So many walls.
Yeah. It's like that's what they should change the name of the Hollywood Studios to is
Walls.
Studio of Walls.
I'm excited for that. So that's supposed to open sometime next year. I think they say summer, which means it could be October. Yeah. Who knows?
Which I'm surprised. I thought that they would open it at the same time as Star Wars Land, so I'm really excited about that. This announcement for me was really exciting. When they opened up Toy Story Land over in Japan, Tokyo, Disney Tokyo, I was super jealous. The rides looked so amazing, and I just really wanted to go there bad. So now I don't have to go all the way to Tokyo.
Yeah.
To experience Slinky Dog.
I love Slinky Dog.
I know.
It looks
remember-
super cute.
Yeah.
When they originally announced it, they also said that they were going to have these different characters. So I'm hoping they stick to that. So 'cause they had said like Bo Peep and like the
Ooh.
green aliens, but they haven't said anything obviously in a while, and who knows. But I'm hoping they'll at least add one new Toy Story character.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. In the concept art on the blog post, the coaster that you're seeing in the bottom left-hand corner, what coaster is that?
I have to go look at that.
Yeah, I have to look at it.
Because, okay, sorry. Do you want me?
Let me look it up. Let me see.
Isn't it Slinky Dog? It's not that one? Or
I don't know. That's it may be. I mean, it's on the opposite side of Slinky Dog. Or at least the entrance to Slinky Dog. So unless Slinky Dog wraps around. But
it is really big. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It is red, like the track of Slinky Dog. Because you see that little.
Oh yeah, you do right there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just
concept art.
Yeah, just concept art.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for it to load up.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. And she's like, yeah, sure. Oh yeah, I think it's supposed to be. I mean, have you seen the picture of the track that they put in?
This concept is so cute with this coaster kit with the coaster pieces. I hope that's actually there.
I know.
Because that's so cute.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this.
I mean, they have like the concept art too. I don't know, not this one. I don't know, but like on the walls at the Toy Story thing.
Yeah. Okay, so let's share with people our top 3. What were your top 3, Tanya?
My top 3. My number 1 pick was Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Wow.
That was my number 1 pick. My second one was Pixar Pier and Pixar Fest, and then Toy Story Land.
Cool. Okay, Heather.
Yeah.
My number 1 was Star Wars Land. My number 2 was Mickey's and Minnie's Runaway Railway ride. So I was really excited about that. And my third one is the Star Wars themed resort.
Okay, my number 1 was Star Wars Land. And my number 2 was Toy Story Land, sorry. Toy Story Land at WDW. And then my number 3 was, you ready for this?
No.
The Star Wars inspired and themed resort.
New people.
My son is dying to go there. Dying. That's the one big thing he was really excited about.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, I think it will be too.
I just need more information before I get my hopes up.
Before you have to start interacting.
Yeah.
Okay, let's remind our listeners where they can find us. Tanya?
You can find me at everymagicmoment.com, where I have been posting stuff about Disneyland Paris, my favorites from my trip. So that's always fun. And then you can find me, Tanya H666 on all social media.
Heather?
My character site is heatherw.com/character. And on social media, I'm HeatherW25. And on Facebook, my character site is I Love Characters.
Okay, perfect. And I wanted to ask our listeners also to come and share what their top 3 picks are, what they are most excited about. You can come share that with us on the Capturing Magic Facebook page or Instagram or on the show post as well. Any of those 3 places. And that also helps us gauge where we can find you and where you like to hang out. If you pick the place that you want to share that with us, I would love to hear from our listeners.
Yeah.
What their top 3 picks are from the parks.
See if they agree with me or with you guys.
Or maybe totally different from all of us even.
Seriously. Somebody's like, minivans, yeah!
Yeah. You never know. Those gondolas, number 1. Okay.
That was in my top 5.
I know.
4.
I know. And if you haven't been on the Capturing Magic website in a while, go check it out. I've been doing so much work over there, updating things and a total site redesign and adding stuff. The magic shots, you can now find links to the magic shots in the main menu. And the Disneyland portion has been totally redone, so it's interactive and you can select on a location and pull up all of the magic shots that you can find in that location, or you can select a character or the bit of magic that is added to your photo and just pull up all of those shots, so that if no matter which way you're trying to find the shots in the park, if you're at a certain location, say the castle, and you want to know all of the magic shots that you should be asking for there, you can just tap on castle and see all of the shots. Perfect. All of the magic shots. And if you don't know what magic shots are, let me tell you. Magic shots are photos taken by a PhotoPass photographer in the parks at Walt Disney World and Disneyland, and then they add some magic to it with a little bit of a touch of a character or something else that makes it magical. And they have animated magic shots as well that add a little video to it. And they are super fun. We love them. Heather converted all of us.
Yeah, I hated them before.
I know, me too.
Them.
I was not a fan. And now I collect them.
Yeah.
I'm so proud.
Yes, you've done well.
This collection doesn't take up space.
Exactly.
Doesn't collect dust.
Yes. And I'm also working on checklists that you can take with you into the parks.
Oh, that's nice.
And yeah, that I'll be sending out in the newsletter. So if you're not subscribed to the newsletter yet, head over to Capturing Magic, and I'll put a button at the top of the magic shot posts, so that you can add it there. You can also click on the free autograph book and get the free autograph book and get on the list, so that when I send those checklists out for the magic shots, you'll get those as well. But yeah, go head over to capturingmagic.me if you haven't been there in a while. And then the other thing that I wanted to share is that a little bit ago on Modern Photo Solutions, I shared with the listeners there that I was diagnosed a couple weeks ago with Lyme disease. And I was diagnosed through a blood test. And so I'm being treated for that. That is why my brain does not work as well as it should.
At least we have a reason now.
Exactly, right? Now I can blame it on the Lyme. That's what I tell everybody. It's not me, it's the Lyme.
Just shrug your shoulders and be like, it's the Lyme.
It's the Lyme. I need a t-shirt for real. But if you want to listen to that episode, you can listen to it by going to modernphotosolutions.com/Lyme. And if you know somebody that has been diagnosed or has recovered from Lyme disease, I love hearing about those success stories, because so often when people are diagnosed later on, it takes years to recover. And that's what I'm hearing. People that I've had this most likely for decades, and I'm hearing from most people that it's taking them 5 years to get a clean blood test back of treatment. So that's what I'm looking forward to, but hopefully in the next couple months, I will start feeling better. I've been doing the treatment. My doctor started me on the treatment even before my test result came back, because he was so confident that that's what it was. So you can hear all the details in that episode over at Modern Photo Solutions. So, and I found out actually from Heather. Can we share that, Heather?
Yeah, when I was really young, I don't know, like 3 or 4 or something, I was like one of the first ones to be diagnosed with it after it was in the medical journals. So I was really lucky, because no one
knew what it was.
Yeah, and so I was really lucky that I had a doctor who had just read about it in a medical journal when they had just first discovered it. It's called Lyme, because that's where it was from, Lyme, Connecticut. So he happened to see that, and I was really bad. I was so swollen I couldn't walk or anything. It was really bad. So I was young, so I don't remember it, but my mom really remembers it, so I've heard a lot about it. So yeah, but as soon as you said it, I was like, well, yeah, because you were asking us if we'd heard about it, I think, right? Or
I was just telling you before, before I released the episode on Modern Photo Solutions, I texted you guys to let you know, because I didn't want that to be the first place you heard about it.
We're like, what?
Yeah. Or you didn't hear about it if you don't listen. I don't know. Maybe you don't listen to that show. So Yeah, so I texted you to let you know. But you had said that your mom had taken you to several different doctors, and a lot of doctors didn't know. So also, it's not just the one doctor that was aware enough and educated enough to know, but it was also the persistence of your mom.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Definitely.
which is incredible and a reminder for all of us.
If y'all have not met Heather's mom, she's a very persistent lady.
Yeah.
She was going to get it fixed. Yeah.
Going to find out. It was because I'd been in, I guess, preschool or something, and so they had taken us on a field trip to somewhere in the woods. I don't know.
Yeah.
And so then that's where that happened. And so then, of course, the entire time when I was in school afterwards, like anytime I went out, like I had to wear, you have to wear, pants, and then you wear like the socks over the pants.
Yeah.
So like you can't get any ticks in there and stuff. But yeah, I had to deal with that when I was growing up. Because,
Until you were 18.
Yeah. They were like, no more Lyme disease.
Yeah, it's a brutal, brutal disease. I'm glad for you that you don't remember it. And you caught it early too, which is so critical for making it so that you're able to recover quickly too.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing too, if you're, doing this stuff in the woods or any of that kind of stuff, like to make sure you check.
Yeah.
You have to check yourself to see if you have a tick, and then so you can find it early.
Yeah.
It's not even
do that right away, and you can take, discover the tick and go to the doctor. They can.
Chris found one. My boyfriend found one on himself from doing yard work in our backyard.
Really?
Recently. Yeah.
I'm scared for him.
It wasn't, I'm assuming it has to actually bite you, right?
Yeah.
But this one wasn't. It was just sitting on his shorts. It wasn't.
Okay, good.
It wasn't embedded anywhere.
Yes, it has to bite you, but you can also take the ticks in to be tested. If you find a tick on you, that's what I would suggest, is just taking that tick and getting the tick tested, because then and if perchance you did get bit, you can just because it's a 2-week course of antibiotics if you catch it early, and that's all, and people recover from that. But if it's been longer than 2 weeks or so, then everything that I've heard, that's not enough, and it doesn't work. So just tell him to go get some antibiotics in case. Yeah.
It drives me nuts. I'm like, why aren't you wearing pants?
Yeah, and that's another misconception that people have, is that ticks are only on the East Coast, and that's the only place that you can get it, which is totally not. Heather lives on the East Coast, but Tanya is very West Coast.
Yeah.
So am I. Yep. Okay, thank you for being here, and thank you for your time, listeners. Thanks to you for sharing part of your day with us. We appreciate you being here, and we would love to hear from you. Love to hear if you have any show requests or ideas, things that you want to hear more about. Please reach out to us wherever you're most comfortable. Email on the website or through social media. Let us know what you want to hear about and what you are wondering about. But we would love to be able to connect with you and know who our listeners are. Right now, we kind of feel like it's a little bit one-sided. So come let us know about you. We appreciate it. We would love to hear from you and be able to connect with you. So thank you so much. And we will see you next time on Capturing Magic.